Here today I want to talk about they pray but they can't hear from God. God doesn't hear them. But you know, Jesus talks about the sheep. Jesus talks about the sheepfold and the sheep hearing his voice. See, when you have a relationship with Jesus, he knows his voice of his children. You know, it's kind of like the parable he talked about. The parable that Jesus talked about was that he said that I'm the good shepherd, you know, and you are the sheep. What Jesus was talking about was that him being the shepherd and having all the sheep in the sheepfold. That just represents us, you know, when you give your life to Jesus, you're born again. You become a part of God's family, you know. And he says that the sheep know my voice, and he knows the voice of the sheep. When you're not born again, you know, when you're out doing your own thing and you don't want to talk to God or have a relationship with God, you don't want to have time for God, he doesn't know your voice. So in these times of trouble, what happens is we cry out to him and he can't hear us because he doesn't know our voice. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a relationship with him. It's kind of like when you're married to somebody, you know, but you never talk to them. You know, you don't even know what they're going through. How is somebody going to know your voice when you never talk to them, you know? And that's how it is with God, you know. In these trying times that we're going through, a lot of people are crying out to him, but he can't hear you because he doesn't know your voice, you know? He says he knows the voice of the sheep, and the sheep know his voice. See, I have a relationship with Jesus Christ, you know? I know his voice. I know how he speaks to me through my heart, you know? And he hears my voice too because I'm always talking to him. I'm always spending time with him. You know what I'm saying? I love Jesus, and he loves me. And he loves you too, but you don't love him back. You know, God's trying to speak to you, but you're not listening to him, you know? You're out doing your own thing. This world is such a busy place, but we're not taking time for Jesus, you know? Everybody wants to do their own thing, and when it comes down to it, you know, you really don't want to spend time with them. Now everything that's going on, everybody wants to cry out to him, you know? He says, I don't even know you. You know, you never talked to me before. I don't even know your voice. Now, there is situations where God can hear the unbeliever. You know, he can hear you if you're an unbeliever in certain situations, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, he don't know you. He don't know your voice because you don't spend time with him. You don't have a relationship with him. How is God supposed to hear you when you don't even talk to him? Only reason you're talking to him right now because this tragedy is going on. But before this, you don't even know him. You don't even care about him. You don't even talk to him. You expect him to hear you right now in this time? He doesn't even know your voice because you're not a part of his sheepfold, you know? The shepherd knows the voice of the sheep, and the sheep knows the shepherd's voice, you know? God don't know your voice. So I pray that you would use this time right now to spend with him. Cry out to him and say, Jesus, I want to know you. I want to be born again. You know, I want to give my life to you, you know? Say, God, I'm tired of living this way. I don't want to live this life no more. I'm tired of it. I can't take it no more. When is enough going to be enough? Aren't you tired of living that same old, just destructive life, doing the same old thing over and over and over again? Aren't you tired of that? Aren't you tired of living that way? Why are you doing this? When is enough going to be enough? When are you going to give up? When are you going to say to yourself, you know, I got to give my life to Jesus? Have you had enough of this life? When are you going to say, man, this is too much? When are you going to stop living this crazy life that you're living? When are you going to give up? When are you going to surrender your life to God? And say, God, I surrender. Have you had enough of the devil taking advantage of you and your family? When are you going to surrender? So I'm Clinton Maximus, man, and I want to tell you that I love you. And then, so I'm praying for our country right now. And I'm praying that everybody will be back to work soon. You know what I'm saying? Because I know people need money to provide for their families. So I'm Clinton Maximus, and I'm out. I love you, man. And you can check me out on my YouTube page at Clinton Films. If you would subscribe, you know what that does? That encourages me. It helps build my faith up, you know? As I'm out here trying to build your faith up, doing this channel for you, like I always tell people, this channel is not for me, it's for you. So if you would subscribe, that would encourage me, you know? It would encourage me to keep making these videos. It lets me know that people care, you know? So I'm Clinton Maximus, and I'm out.